homeschoolers. This is Tanya Meadows with Apple Tree Homeschool Academy, and today's our first day back to the 2016-2017 school year from our Christmas break, and today's January 3rd, 2017, and as you can tell, I'm sick. This kind of marks how our holiday went. There was a lot of us that was sick, and my poor son had 2 weeks off for the year and took one off for the holidays, and the poor fellow was sick the whole entire time. So both the flu and colds have been circulating our house for the last few weeks, and my son that goes to public school has missed several days. He missed a few days before break, and now he's missing a few more days after the break. So I can't wait till we all kind of get healed up and get back on schedule. Between me being sick and being our first day back today on our homeschooling schedule was just going to be a light schedule. But I wanted to share with you some goodies that I got but this time of year. I find that this time of year, curriculum goes on sale around the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and a little bit after. People's trying to come up, I'm assuming, trying to get on the holiday sales and trying to maybe on eBay and Amazon use curriculum. Usually you can get a good deal on, because I'm assuming people's trying to come up with Christmas money, or just trying to make room for new things that they'll be getting for the holiday. So I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of some upcoming curriculum hauls that I'll share with you. So stay tuned. So here's a little sneak peek of all the goodies that I have been collecting for the last couple of months. From a variety of resources, and I still have to sort it out. And here are some binders that I'm currently working on, and I went to the teacher resource store and bought a few things that I'm going to need to laminate. And I went to the teacher resource specifically to get all of these posters laminated, and as you can see I still need to trim them up, but I got a lot of good deals on, I think most of these, or if not all of them, came from christianbook.com. Might be christianbooks.com, I'm not sure. And same thing with a lot of these products, either came off of Amazon.com or christianbook.com. And if you notice, there's 2 boxes there. So what I'll be doing in the next coming weeks is sorting all of these and putting them together in some kind of organized way to share a curriculum haul, a couple curriculum hauls with you. So I just wanted to give you a little update on how we're getting back to our school year. So we're going to be vacuuming our classroom today and dusting, and that should be fun with a cold. But anyway, I just want to give you a little update. So I hope you all are having a great start back to your homeschool schedule. I'm going to finish my breakfast here and finish sanitizing the desks and a few things with some alcohol, and hopefully we can get back on the schedule. Alright, y'all have a great start to your homeschool year. In our science textbook, we're going over the oceans. And so, because we need a light and fun way to start back our homeschooling work since after the holidays, is I decided to go ahead and start in on our a book that I had gotten called Draw and Write Through History. And this is a fun book. And as you can see, I'm in the middle. I just started to tear it apart. So, of course, to make a binder out of it, if you know me, I love my binders. So, what I thought I would do is inside the book, there is a section on Christopher Columbus, and we're going to skip over that since we already went over Christopher Columbus. And there's a section on Australia, and when Australia was discovered in 1605. But it has these fun drawings here of how to draw some fish and about the Great Barrier Reef. So, here's what it looks like. And this is what the end result can look like. Not that it necessarily will. And then about maybe in the next few days or next couple of weeks, maybe we'll let her draw some koala bears and some kangaroos. That'll be fun. So anyway, we're studying the French and Indian War right now, and her history, and so that will sort of tie into the time period. Now, over the weekend or over the holiday, my daughter had found this. I'd forgotten her older brother had given this to her, Disney's Oceans. So I'll probably put this on and let the girls watch this after the little girl that I babysit gets off the school bus later today and after her nap time. So this evening we'll carry over the lesson by using Disney's Oceans CD. So all that will tie in on science and history. Now in this draw and write, they have sections in here where they use their best handwriting. Let me see if I can find them. So as they also learn about history, she'll be learning about science on the Great Barrier Reef. She'll be learning about Australia. So that's also history and science. But she has this little section of handwriting here that she will copy over in her best handwriting. And that pulls in the Charlotte Mason method of practicing handwriting in your best handwriting. So you get handwriting in as well. So I thought that would be a fun way to get back into the groove. If you've seen my other videos, then you know that we are currently working in our French and Indian War binder that I have put together from free resources off of the internet. And this is a book that I got, I think, at either Goodwill or a local thrift store. And so all of these things are free resources that I'd gotten off of various places on the internet, and Teachers Pay Teachers, I think, was some of that. And we're working in that, and I put the binder together because her textbook did not have very many pages on the French and Indian War, and I wanted to dive deeper into that section of time because it's going to be referenced often in our American Revolution story. But for something fun and something visual and hands-on, I purchased these two sets of little figurines. See if I can get some good lighting on there for you. Let's see here. There we go. And these are little figurines that comes in these tubes. And this is the British Army from Safari Limited. And I think I got these, let's see here if I can get this focused in for you here. Okay. And this one is the Continental Army by Safari Limited. And I believe I got these off of Amazon.com right before Christmas. And I just looked at these items and everything else that I got. All that all those goodies right through there. It's either bought at the teacher resource stores, a little bit from Sam's Club, christianbook.com, and amazon.com. All of those goodies I get to sort through. But these are two of the items that we got. And I wanted to bring in some hands-on learning. These tubes were a lot smaller. See if you can see that or not. This is what it looks like compared to a binder. It's not even as tall as the binder. They were a little bit small, so just so you can see the size of my hand. See the size of my hand compared to the tubes. The figurines look like they're about the size that I expected, but the actual tubes, I thought maybe there would be more in the tubes. But anyway, I'm hoping that's going to be something fun to bring out and bring the words in the text to life a little bit more. So that's something else that'll be coming up. I wanted to show you how I store some of the curriculum. And it used to be that this whole shelf here going all the way across was just social studies, history and geography. And then this whole shelf was all science. But as I expand our collection, I've had to use this section and move this up for some science. Because at the beginning of this year, I bought additional bins. I couldn't afford one of the IKEA shelving units like I had wanted. So after the public schools go back to school and the leftover bins, like these plastic ones, go on sale, I got these for $3, which was down maybe about 50 cents a piece or so. And that still was, better than paying full price. So what I was able to do was group like units together. So all of this is except for these two tubes right here, all of this is my United States geography, the 50 states, and I also have this book here, Presidents in the States. So anything having to do with the study of the states and the presidents right through here. And this is world history and world geography right through here. And then I've pulled up our current unit on science right through here. So everything that I have on ocean animals or the oceans, I've pulled out, including books that have all different types of animals in it, but has a section on the ocean animals. So because we're currently working on the oceans, all of my additional textbooks, or not textbooks, but living books, a lot of these are nonfiction books, goes here. Now, if I had some nonfiction books, I would go ahead and add them in here. I've also pulled out my file folders of anything that I've collected over the years that has to do with animals or ocean themed. So sea turtle, animal classification. Hopefully we can get into some animal classification soon. The water cycle, which we've already gone over. Mammals. So anything that I had to do with relating to the ocean animals I've put here. And we'll be moving into the solar system unit study. So I've already started to make a section for that here. And I've already started to pull out my items for that. They would have been originally in a section down here, but I've had to expand and make a whole section here. So this is me getting prepped for the future. This is our current unit. And then, so we've got two science units and the world history and geography, United States geography. And then I have my American Revolutionary time period. That would be the colonial period, and the French and Indian War, and the American history here. All of the resources I've collected is there. And then this is all for the Civil War, Abe Lincoln, And then the westward expansion here. And you see a little house on the prairie didn't fit in here, so I just put it right above. And let's see here. This is her daily work textbooks here. And this is what we go over on a daily basis here. And then these bins hold games, and I need to update these. I usually try to keep the current fun stuff in here that we can do that's tying into some other aspect of our curriculum. Each bin has a title on top, so that would be language arts and social studies, and I can see that the cat's been up in there, so I gotta get some dusting to do here. And then this is our math bin that keeps all of our math stuff that we use all the time, like on a daily basis in here. Got a calculator and all kinds of goodies. One of the first things I'm going to be doing to prepare for our new half of the school year is to swipe out our calendar. I use a desktop calendar. This is a good and sturdy desk, but as you can see, the top is in pretty bad shape. It needs to be sanded down and refinished, and probably a piece of nice glass beveled with a beveled edge here would be nice for this. But these are really good sturdy drawers. I don't know if you can really see, get an idea of what good sturdy drawers these are. And this is good wood. Good wood on this, so rather than get rid of it, and there's no budget for a new desk, so anyway, I use these calendars, desktop calendars, to write on, and otherwise I would be having a lot of bumps in my writing. This side's not as bad as the other side, but it's still bad. Anyway, as long as I keep a desktop calendar on my desk, it seems to work out just fine. And I usually have just my books and stuff here, and this is my writing surface. I don't need any more than that. So until I can get this fixed. And truthfully, I like these large ones better, and I have one on my desk, and I have one on the downstairs wall. I usually try to keep major appointments on both in case I don't go downstairs in the mornings and we just start straight into our homeschool before I go downstairs. Then I have any major appointments already listed on my desktop calendar. And I keep my hours that I work with babysitting on my downstairs calendar as well by the front door. So that keeps me organized. I wouldn't be able to survive without some kind of calendar of some sort, some kind of planner. But I find with the desktop, it stares me right in the face. And sometimes I'll actually forget to open a planner if I have a planner. So, although they are beautiful, and I sure would like to get into the scrapbooking part of it, make them pretty, that's fun. But I know me, if it's not staring me in the face, I'll forget about it. So, anyway, it's the new year. Okay, what I'm doing right now is trying to make some room on our math shelf. There we go. Our math shelf here for the fractions and decimal binders that I've been working on. And hopefully I'll be able to get a good video together for y'all soon about these. But until I do, I'm trying to make room for them on our shelf. So, the math grade 4 has got to go. We're going to have to find a place for this. Now this is my binder. This binder is my new several grades worth of notebooking pages. And this is all previous lessons and math topics that can also find a new home. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I wanted to show y'all, when I ordered all of these posters, and I think I got them from christianbook.com. It came in this thin box, and this is the box and the lid put on top of each other. But I just want to show you that it fits perfect under, laying flat underneath a bed. So I think this is a perfect spot to store your posters. That way they can lay flat and they won't get bent up. So, and then you can put your skirt back. But thought that'd be a fun and neat tip. Thanks. Well, we finally got everything up off the floor, and I'm separating all of my curriculum hauls over the last couple of months and the curriculum that I've been collecting into organized piles. And this is stuff that we already had, but I've pulled them off our shelves to be able to make room for rearranging the items on our shelves, because we got to find room for all of this. Now, all of this information is Civil War era, which is what we will be going into next, and that will be our unit study. So I'll try to have a separate video on that. But we've got everything up off the floor so far, and I ended up making a fraction and decimal container here for all my fractions and decimals that I'm working on. And here's some materials that I bought here shortly around Christmas time. And what I'm doing is I had my Civil War and westward expansion information here, and I'm dropping it down. So I've shifted my American Revolution and colonial period over. I took the science information off, shifted my American and colonial period here. I'm inserting my Civil War information here, and then my westward expansion unit here, so that the timeline will just go straight across. And I'm making room for the Civil War information that I just bought to be put here. That way I will put my science curriculum for oceans, the unit theme for oceans here, and I'm still got my solar system information beside that. That's the next unit we'll be going into in science. So all in all, it's still organized. But you just have to rearrange to make room for your new curriculum. Okay, so that took a little while longer than expected, but finally got all of the new curriculum off the floor and out of the boxes and put away into their perspective unit studies. My daughter's desk has been cleaned and sanitized with some alcohol, as long as I went ahead and dusted the lamp. And I went ahead and got my lesson plan binder wiped off. The cat had been here during the holidays and had gotten some cat dander and hair, so we got all that cleaned up. Same thing with my desk, got all that cleaned up. We got the whole place vacuumed as well. My daughter did that, and I reorganized these bins. So what started out science below and above each other for the units we're working on and getting ready to work on, I switched them and put them beside each other because there's only 2 bins right there. And we pretty much have to keep this bin here and this section here. This is like her locker, and it's right next to her desk, so these need to stay here. They really can't get rearranged. Neither can this bin. So what I did was, just like a timeline, I went straight across and I moved colonial times, American Revolution here, Civil War and westward expansion here. And then we still have world history, world geography, United States geography, 50 states and presidents, and then her daily information here. And then the extra social studies and science that we won't be going over at this time, but is stored for later use, is on the bottom two shelves. In my curriculum haul, I also got some more math, and so all the math books that I had gotten, workbooks, I put here, and some other curriculum here, here, and here. And the binders, all the fraction information I have, I put in a bin, and the extras I put in the back here. Binders I'm putting together, and extra books and things that I'll talk to you later about in another video. I just put in this bin here rather than having to also take it down anything off this shelf, because that was just too much for today. But I have multiplication, division, then fractions and decimals. And that's probably how I'll go with that. That's probably how I'll keep that. Easy. What you doing, Trey? Yeah. What you doing? Playing piano? Huh? Those keys look like a railroad track to you?
Track.
Is that a railroad track or is that a piano?
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
Track.
Look, choo-choo track. Look. You're so cute. You're so cute. Shh, we're going to be quiet with the baby. Quiet with the baby. Shh, baby's sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. Baby's sleeping. She's got a pacifier.
Hi,
Baby.
Hi,
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, easy. Be easy with baby. You want grandma? Come here. Come here. Baby. Yes. That's your baby. That's your baby, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's right.
The train. You want to see the trains again?
Okay.
Okay, let's get the remote. Here. Oh, we still have to watch the trains. There's the trains. There's the trains. Your sister thinks you're silly. Your sister thinks you're silly because you woke her up. Oh, there's the trains. Look. Okay, gotta lean back. We have to be easy with baby. Yeah, there's the baby. Yeah, there's the baby. Uh-oh, no. Get out of there. No, you can't get up in there with that baby. You're too big. You're a big boy now. Yeah, you're a big boy now. Say bye-bye. Looky here. Look here. Right here. Look at the camera. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're so cute.
Bye.
Mm.